It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Dolphins and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. First down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jalen Phillips buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this?
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, unnecessary running, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete here. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of sunning the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. After one, 7-0. RDA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13 as they've got it as we resume action. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Ravens at 9-6 now. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. They'll run here with Edwards. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson, flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
On 2nd down, Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now Achane on 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Tua sets up to pass it. And Wilson with it, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ced Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Flushed out right. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre 1st down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake. And it backfires.
Oh, we've seen a lot of
1st down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years in the NFL. I mean, we've gone from the single wing to the T formation to shotgun, right? Running spread, run and shoot, you name it, right?
To 1st down field goal.
1st down field goal fakes. I think that's an innovation that will not catch on.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Jets who were able to get the road victory. Garrett Wilson, over 100 yards receiving, and a...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball, let's go down and score, put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And that's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but with 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterback.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Tua going to throw. Wilson snags it left side. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
17 yards. And the Dolphin 1st down.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Dances by him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they...
Because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter, and this defense is once again unable to stop him.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. This time Jackson will throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Boy, excellent coverage there. Last week he had the interception. One reason why he was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
So no jokes about not having hands, right? Because he got the pick last week. This week, he's knocked down a ball in this game so far. Let's even get an interception as this one continues.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Tua. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7. Now Tua. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 5. A minute 35 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. Complete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Jackson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is 1st and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might